और बताओ।
और
हम्म।
अभी तुम्हारी आवाज स्ट्रीम पे आ रही है शाम।
अब सही है। तुम्हारी आवाज भी
मैं
बहुत
क-
हल्की है आपकी। सही है।
म- मेरी बात सुनो, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि स्ट्रीम पे हम लोग कैसे बातें कर रहे हैं।
हाँ।
अभी स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट है भाई।
ओह यस सॉरी। क्या करूँ अब एंड करके दोबारा करूँ तुम ये वाली प्राइवेट कर देना।
अबे सही है, छोड़ो छोड़ो, कुछ नहीं होता, इतना तो चलता है।
Well then let's start. Okay.
ओके।
Hello everyone. This is day I guess. What is
20।
date? Today is day
20।
20 of learning how to analyze charts. This is your host Red.
दिस इज योर होस्ट ब्लू।
And right now let's see what has happened on the daily time frame. Okay. This liquidity has been taken out of the daily time frame. The clean sweep can this yesterday's day was a liquidity sweep. Right now what we can what I'm waiting for when interest rates are going to get out. In my opinion, there could be that it could happen that Fed maintains its interest rate like they are maintaining for the past 5 to 6 months. Yeah, when will Fed announce interest rates? Hmm. There's an So we are going to wait until that happens. Right now, what I'm expecting is gold to go into the upside time frame. There's also, I guess, CPI data coming today. I don't know. Yes. Uh, Let me do the 15-minute time frame. What news is this? Okay. There's a core inflation rate. Yo, Blue, can you check if there is, I guess, can you check if what kind of priority this news is and if anything has been posted on Truth Social?
ओके।
Hello.
यस यस। यस, आई एम चेकिंग।
It is ranging right now today after taking the liquidity price has been ranging after taking the liquidity sweep. As you can see right here, price has been ranging. The thing is, there is a buy setup form right here, but right now, in my opinion, this is a ranging setup. So I'm not going to take any trade, but the thing is, you can take along from here if you want to, because The price is active according to my strategy. However, price has shown its momentum to the upside. It is in a consolidated and it is in a consolidating time frame and it is near its liquidity swing. So it is going to be hard for price to, keep shooting upwards. Yo,
Yes. Today's high impact
have you checked?
news. High impact news. Today's high impact news.
Okay, and check out Truth Social.
Hmm.
Everybody is waiting right now for the, you know, inflation rates.
Hmm. Yo. Yo.
Yo, has he posted anything on Truth Social? Blue?
No. No, no, he hasn't posted anything.
So you could tell me I was waiting for your feedback.
Okay.
I was waiting for you.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Well, right now you're on DXY, daily time frame. DXY has tapped in the support zone right here. It could go bullish because right now it has fallen it has fallen. It has broken the 100 level, which was around, I guess, right here, from which it has started to consolidate. Right now, it could happen that if interest rates are maintained right now, DXY could on the bigger time frame could go sideways, or it could continue its downwards. Otherwise, if the interest rates happen to be changed, we can expect gold to shoot upwards. Right now, in my opinion, I think they are going to maintain it again, or they can change interest rates after this month. What I'm expecting right now is that they're going to maintain it, keep maintaining it. Yo, Blue,
Yes.
what did you told yesterday?
What did he told yesterday?
We didn't do a live stream yesterday, right?
Yes.
What did you tell the day before this yesterday?
Okay, I told the DXY would go down if gold goes up. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was biased that gold will touch the support zone and go up, but gold didn't touch the support zone and went up. DXY didn't went down.
Hmm. Okay. Right now, what I'm expecting is that Fed rate, it could increase interest rate, because that is going to be the most beneficial for the DXY economy, that Feds increase the interest rate. However, in my opinion, maybe they're going to continue sideways, because if they decrease, gold is going to shoot upwards. There is no news from, of war or anything, but right now I don't think so there's anything. Yo,
Yes.
we what I'm there is a setup being formed was formed right here. I was telling to go long from here.
Okay.
Okay, so I think so. This is, I guess. Yo, hello.
Yes.
Let's mark the liquidity points. Well, we have marked the ups and downs. Let's go to the 1 hour. It is going to take the 1 hour liquidity right now. Okay, it is reaching the 1 hour liquidity points. Let me go to the DXY 4 hour. Well, the 4 hour swings have been marked. Let me mark one right here too. You know, when I use Brave browser, there are sometimes, their notifications. They do not disappear. They keep on hovering in the right around here, and it pisses me off. Like I have to go to manually and remove them.
Okay. You should disable notifications if possible. I haven't,
Okay,
or you can explore the settings. I haven't seen any setting that can change the time out of notifications. I haven't seen any.
okay. Well, right now we have marked the high and the low. Right, as you can see, there is swing liquidity being formed on the 1 hour time frame right here. What I'm expecting is to take this out right now. There is swing liquidity formed. Oh my God, there is a perfect swing liquidity being formed right here. As you can see, price has been ranging around this area. Thing is, we are not getting any setups, but that is also another thing to learn that even if you do not get any setups, you should not take a trade. Do not force any trades, or else you're going to lose. It is better to gain. It is better to have a low probability but a high win rate setup as compared to low win rate and a high probability setup. Well, I guess this is it for today. We told that price is going to range until Fed rates increases. Oh, until Fed announces their interest rate. If the Fed announces its interest rates and the interest rates are higher than before, that means DXY is going to shoot up, and gold can fall down. According to chart, the only thing that me matters is for DXY economy is that Fed increase interest rates because if they do, then DXY is going to go up and their economy is going to strengthen.
Hmm.
However, gold is going to fall. There is nothing about war that is happening on media right now, so it is not going to affect gold that much unless there's something being specifically posted to manipulate it. What do you think, Blue?
Yes, I agree with you. Hmm.
Well, I guess this is it for today.
Hmm.
Okay, you know the previous Fed chairman Powell,
Yes.
he resigned because President Donald Trump openly criticized him and threatened to fire him because the Fed kept interest rates high to fight inflation. However, Trump wanted them to cut it. The administration also, was against Powell because he was doing building renovations and he clashed with the central bank independence.
Hmm.
However, he had to, retire because of, openly getting sacked. He still fought and maintained his term, and actually, his contract was of 8 years with the Fed. His chairman contract was of 8 years.
Okay. Hmm.
He completed his whole 8 years. He didn't give a fuck about Donald Trump. Even though
Hmm.
Donald Trump was openly criticizing him and was telling him, I'm going to fire you, I'm going to fire you.
Hmm.
However, one thing I'm not starting to understand is whatever Powell was doing, he was doing to fight inflation and was trying to increase US economy. So why did Trump give a fuck about that? Why was he so against that shit? That is what I'm not understanding right now.
Hmm.
Because
Uh,
because
yeah.
Powell wanted to increase interest rates and was maintaining the increased interest rates. However, Trump wanted to decrease them. But Powell had a very good reason for that. He wanted to fight inflation that was increasing on the US market.
Hmm. Also read if
Yeah.
USD's inflation interest rates increased, then it would have been more more taxing to get loan and then trade it with another currency of high interest rate. So you know what billionaires and banks and large institutions do? They take loans and then they convert it into currency of high interest rate. If both are high interest rates, uh, then the profit becomes less. So and the less interest rates USD has, the more they can profit off of by converting it into another high interest rate currency. That is, yeah.
Yes, that is another reason. But the thing is, the main reason is that Trump wanted to, decrease US loan, USA loan. USA has a massive loan. You know
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
how
Yes,
much loan
38 trillion, I guess.
does USA have? Okay, so
38
USA has
trillion, I think.
approximately, you are right, $39.83 trillion.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so the debt is so much,
Hmm.
and what Trump wanted was to decrease that debt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you think
Okay.
about were doing both were doing things for the country's benefit. One wanted to decrease, the country's inflation rate, so its own public could kind of, I guess, enjoy or suffer less about about the rising inflation. However, the president wanted to decrease the loans on their own country. The Trump's main reason was that, when what you were telling, that you have to, give out loans and, change into another currency, higher interest rate to gain more profit. The thing was
Yes.
government's massive money borrowing, which cost this much loan.
Mm-hmm.
If
Hmm.
US interest rate decreased, then then, USA would have to give out less money each year if their own interest rates were decreased, because, interest on a loan.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And he wanted, if, interest rates are decreased, it is obvious that DXY is going to shoot downwards. He wanted this, so, there were so many car loans. How many, there's a majority of Americans that take out cars on loans.
Yes. Yes.
They have house mortgages. I don't know how we pronounce that word, but yes. And if DXY fell, these all were going to become cheaper for their customers. So in turn, he was going to, kind of, I guess, looking for a short-term solution.
Hmm.
What Powell was trying to do was trying to, get everyday things like, as snacks and everything, like people use everyday stuff. He was trying to decrease their costs, fight inflation and everything. He was trying to prevent them from increasing their prices. However, what Trump wanted was for dollars value to go down, because if dollars value went down, then, people could pay out their car loans more easily, make mortgages more easily. That is what he wanted.
Okay.
He viewed, according to Trump, high interest rate was a brake on the American economy, and he thought that decreasing them would act as a rocket fuel to increase business activity.
Hmm.
And he thought, if you could if you and, his reason was actually good as well, because if you decrease interest rates, it is obvious that business owners are going to take out loans because of lower interest rates.
Hmm.
And because when the business owners are going to take out loans it is obvious they're going to use the loan money on something like their businesses and everything.
Hmm. Yes.
Those businesses were going to create jobs and everything for the US economy. The increasing businesses would actually, increase overall GDP of the country. That was Trump's
Okay.
plan. What do
Okay.
you think?
Hmm. I kind of agree with you.
Yes, that was his main reason, because, if you decrease bank's interest rate, it is obvious that many business owners are going to go and get a loan, so they could, spend that loan money on their businesses to increase their profits or increase their business
Hmm.
scale,
Hmm.
scale out their businesses to a higher level. This is going
Hmm.
to in turn create jobs,
Hmm.
which is going to boost the US economy, and if you scale up the business, it is obvious that the profits is going to be higher in many categories.
Hmm.
And when the
Okay.
profit gets higher, it is obvious that the GDP of the country is going to get higher.
Hmm.
That is what Trump wanted. He was saying that this is going to act as a rocket fuel to the country.
Hmm.
However, the thing is, Trump's idea is extremely good. But the thing is, Powell's main reason was he wanted to fight inflation, the rising inflation that was targeting USA.
Hmm.
However, if you think about this, Powell left the, Powell left in May 15. He left on May 15 because his contract expired on May 15.
Yes. Okay.
And
Hmm.
the next chairman that was, according to, Trump, was Kevin Warsh.
Yes. Hmm.
However, one moment, I need to tell you something. When the Iran-US war started in June 2025. If Trump wanted so much, if Trump wanted so much, oh yes, I want to decrease interest rates, please, please, please. He was doing that shit for approx from January and was targeting Powell. Oh, I want to cut the interest rates, blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
This bitch has not cut interest rates even after May, after Powell has left the office and the new chairman has been appointed by him. These two bitches have still not cut the interest rates. Why? Because they wanted to increase DXY prices to the high. Why? Because they wanted to fight Iran. US Iran war was started on, I guess, June. It was started on June when the DXY was reaching its high.
Okay. Hmm.
Hello. And if I wait a minute, let me go to the monthly time frame. Okay, this is the monthly time frame. Yes. When in June DXY was reaching its high. Hello.
Yes.
And that is the month they started to, kind of either started the war. If Trump wanted so much to, decrease, oh, I want to decrease the interest rates, I want to decrease the interest rates, this and that, why didn't he decrease the interest rates after Powell had left the office?
Hmm. Yes.
Yes, because they wanted to manipulate the market, keep the DXY high. So when the war happens, I told you all about the oil, because oil is only going to be bought by dollars. So if dollar strength is high,
Hmm.
they can sell a lot of oil. They can rent out oil in on a high rate of interest rates. They can rent out dollar to other countries so they could buy oil. And if they loan dollars on a high interest rate, they are going to get obviously high returns.
Hmm. Okay.
It has been it is a master class that was formed, like they say, what do they say in chess? It was an absolutely excellent move, I guess.
Hmm. It's brilliant move. Yeah. Best move.
Yes, it was a brilliant move by Trump. You can say he was going against his word, but who cares?
Hmm.
He actually gained a extremely high amount of money.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Hmm. Yes, I agree with you.
Mm, okay. Now, what I, you know, if you search, why didn't Trump decrease inflation rate? It says that they are two other two different organizations, and you know, they are not going to mess with each other. The federal, the new chairman that has arrived, the Kevin Walsh chairman,
Yes.
under his leadership, the central bank has kept interest rates steady rather than aggressively hiking them during the Powell era. In Powell era, Powell in- aggressively hiked the interest rates. However, Kevin is, maintaining them. He's trying to, he's saying that he's trying to evaluate the new economic task forces and shifts like AI driven companies and everything. He's trying
Yes.
to evaluate them. Bruh, you need this much time to evaluate. It is obviously clear that they wanted to, manipulate DXY before the war.
Hmm.
What do
Okay.
you think?
Hmm. Yes, I agree with you.
I guess this is it. I don't know anything. I'm not saying anything more. I guess this is it for today, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.